Layritz Little League would like to acknowledge and respect that we are gathered today on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territories of the Songhees, Esquimalt, Lekwungen, and Wasonic peoples. We honor the land and its stewards, past, present, and future, and we are grateful for these beautiful lands in which we can connect, compete, and create lasting memories. The officials for today's game are, at home plate, TJ Drennan. At first base, Jim Catania. At second, Russell Lapointe. At third, Corey Russell. Would the managers meet the umpires at home plate? Today, the visiting team is from Sydney, Nova Scotia. Leading off, number 6 playing center field, Nathan McKinnon. Number 2 playing first, Hunter Orkish. Number 14 pitching, Riley Julian. Number 12 at second base, Emerson Perry. Number 7 catching, Rylan McKinnon. Number 10 at shortstop, Ethan Seward. Number 9 in right field, Andrian McLeod. Number 8, Bo McLean. Number 5, Will Fifield. Number 16, Jake Muir. Number 4 in left field, Jeff Globe. And number 15 at third base, Carter McCauley. Coaches, Josh Forrest, George Long, and Kenny Long. Today, the home team is from Layritz. And leading off, number 11 playing right field, Cole Lamberton. Number 4 in center field, Owen Crump. Number 14 at shortstop, Max Ash. Number 13, first base, Evie Calabrick. Number 7 catching, Austin Kane. Number 3 at second base, Mason Beach. Number 9 in left field, Luke Sykes. Number 8, Lyndon Parhar. Number 18, Harley Horseman. Number 10 at third base, Logan Barnes. Number 12, Sam Burns. Number 30, Rajko Filipovic. And number 5, Evan Quest. Would everyone please now rise and remove your hats for the Canadian National Anthem?
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command, car t'embrasser, porter les pays, il sait porter la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
And not to forget the coaches from the host team, manager Jim Beach, coach Ken Lamberton, and James Ash. Finally, let's make this great game for everyone involved. Please remember to cheer loudly for your team, but always show respect to the officials and opposing players. Good sportsmanship is a win for everyone. Let's ensure we maintain a positive atmosphere for our young athletes, as there are many more games to be played in the future for these talented players. Let's play ball.
Hello and welcome here to beautiful Victoria, British Columbia. It is day 4, game 2 of the day of the 2025 Canadian Little League Championship here in Layritz. Hello everybody, my name is Jacob Ewing. I'll be with you for the entire tournament, as we've already through 11 games, and this is game 11. It's the midday game of day 4. It's the host team, Layritz, taking on Team Atlantic. Two teams who would like to find a win here. For Layritz, they are still perfect. A perfect 2-0 through the first 2 games with a plus 17 run differential after yesterday they took down Team BC, who at that time was the other undefeated team, a 4-3 final score in a nail-biter. As for the side of Team Atlantic, they took down Team Ontario yesterday to find their first win in the tournament. That also was a nail-biter. So both these teams coming off big clutch victories, looking to continue the momentum here in this ball game. And it will be the Sooners representing Sydney and District Little League on the offense. Nathan McKinnon will lead things off, followed up by Hunter Orkish and Riley Julian, the 3 that will get the go here for Team Atlantic in the top of the inning. And Layritz, the only last undefeated team in the tournament and looking to keep it that way. And at the mound, the starting pitcher this afternoon for Layritz, number 30, Rajko Filipovic, will be the starter. On the flip side for Team Atlantic, the starting pitcher this afternoon, number 14, Riley Julian. So it's Julian versus Filipovic. And ladies and gentlemen, we are underway here in Game 11 of the 2025 Canadian Little League Championships. Team Atlantic against the host team, Layritz Little League. And the first pitch to Nathan McKinnon. It's a grounder as he goes first pitch swinging. 5-3 across diamond in time. That's a nice play there from Logan Barnes, able to toss it over to Evie Calibrick to make the play. And there's a 1 down. And Layritz, I don't know if it's been the home crowd advantage, but they have been so dominant. Obviously, they had the win yesterday against BC, who looked like one of the strongest teams in the tournament through the first 2 games. Able to take them down 4-3, but even back on day 2, when they played their first game against the Prairies, they won 16-0. And here's Hunter Orkish, the first baseman. The 0-1 pitch to Orkish. And that will hit the top of the zone for strike 2. And Rajko Filipovic now trying to find his first strikeout of the ball game. The 0-2 pitch. Orkish on it. Fires to shortstop, and the catch is made by the Layritz shortstop, Max Ash. And there's 2 away. That's fast reaction time there from Ash as Orkish pumped that one right towards him. And there's 2 down, and here's Riley Julian trying to keep the top of the inning alive. Julian, the starting pitcher today for Team Atlantic, so the 2 pitchers will have a battle here. Is the first pitch. Julian fishes one, will ride down the third baseline. Played from 5-3, in time. And that's the top of the inning, as the side is retired in order. And Layritz look to continue their dominance in this tournament. What a beautiful play that was from the backhand grab from Logan Barnes to keep that ball from riding down the left field line. Able to throw it then cross body and make the throw to Evie Calibrick to end the top of the inning. When we return, it's the bottom of the first, and Layritz, who are a +17 through their first 2 games in the run differential, looking to increase that number as they'll try to get on the board here. When we return, the host team, Layritz, on the offense, looking to open the scoring. You're watching the 2025 Little League Canadian Championships here on the Home Team Network.
Let's have some fun today.
Win or lose, always do your best.
Good job.
Here we go, kid.
Let's do this, girls. We got this.
Let's get the bats going. Find yours. Find yours. Get there, baby. Get there, kid. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, Gordon.
Here we go, 3. 1, 2, 3. Little League. All right, girls, let's go get him. Come on.
We join you back here for the bottom of the first inning between Layritz, the host team in this tournament, and Sydney and District Little League representing Team Atlantic. So the battle of the 2 teams that have the farthest distance from them. Obviously, Team Atlantic from Nova Scotia being on the East Coast, and Layritz actually being more further on the West Coast than the other BC team from Little Mountain Little League, which is just, I believe, in the kind of near in Vancouver, pretty much. And Layritz obviously just located on the west side of Victoria. So the coast-to-coast battle here between these 2 teams, and leading things off for Layritz, number 11, Cole Lamberton. It'll be Lamberton followed up by Owen Crump and Max Ash, the 3 batters to have at-bats here. Our first pitch from our starting pitcher, Riley Julian, will be on the outside. We'll have a ball. And the real key attribute from this Layritz lineup has been their ability to find hits and to find contact throughout the entire lineup. And then a strike 1 on the outside. We'll have a 1-1 count. The 1-1 to Lamberton. Just misses on the outside. We'll have ball 2. The 2-1 pitch. Heavy swing from Lamberton up high for strike 2. And we'll have a 2-2 count here. A chance for Riley Julian to pick up his first strikeout of the ball game. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And it's a full count to lead off for Layritz's offense. We'll have the payoff pitch from Riley Julian. And it's ball for the call. As that one's upstairs, and it's a leadoff walk for Cole Lamberton. And a runner on here now for Laritz. Here's Owen Crump, the center fielder this afternoon for Layritz. This first pitch on the outside, we'll see a ball. And Crump an opportunity now to advance Lamberton to a scoring position. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And a late swing from Crump for strike one. And so yesterday's victory for Team Atlantic over Team Ontario, it was a gritty win. Finding runs off of, stealing that extra base or taking advantage of a loose ball that gets passed. And so we'll see if the Sooners are able to do that here today. As they were, I believe, down 2-0 in that game and then exploded for 3 runs and then just closed things out on the defensive side. The 2-1 just below the barrel there for Crump as he will commit to it for strike 2. And a chance for Riley Julian to close this one out. We'll have the 2-2 pitch. And that's over top of Crump's head to the backstop. And here goes Cole Lamberton down to second with a successful steal. And we'll have another payoff here on the back-to-back first 2 batters through. Here's the payoff from Julian. And this one goes his way. Strike 3 at the call on the outside. And the first strikeout of the ball game for Riley Julian, and there's 1 down. We'll move on to Max Ash, the shortstop in this ball game. First pitch near the helmet level for a ball.
14, Max Ash.
So Lamberton has himself in a scoring position. And we'll have the 0-1, make that the 1-0 pitch to Ash. And again, that's another one inside. As Julian has thrown back-to-back pitches near the helmet level of Max Ash. And now Ash with a lead in the count, 2-0. Ash pulls this one to third base, and that gets through the infield. A single for Max Ash will put runners in the corners as Cole Lamberton now a base hit away from opening the scoring. And it's Evie Calibrick with a chance to open the scoring for Layritz if he can find himself a base hit. And now Julian, gotta be careful. Calibrick underneath of it, pumps it to left field. And the catch is made. Runner will tag up and go home. And Cole Lamberton has opened the scoring for Layritz. It's 1-0. As it's a sacrifice fly from Evie Calibrick. As Lamberton comes on home. And that is a perfect way to do it. Here's Austin Kane now to the plate. Kane first pitch swinging at one up high for strike 1.
Austin Kane.
And a perfect way for Layritz to start this game. Back to their scoring ways. Kane underneath of it. Lifts it to right field. And the catch is made in foul territory for out number 3. As fast reaction time there from the first baseman of Team Atlantic, Hunter Orkish, to get in foul territory and make the grab, and that will end the inning. And so the host team, Layritz Little League, have found themselves a 1-0 lead after a sacrifice fly from Evie Calibrick, and it's 1-0. When we return, it's the top of the second inning. with Team Atlantic back on the bats, looking to potentially tie up this ball game. You're watching the 2025 Little League Canadian Championships here on the Home Team Network.
Victoria moves in so many ways. The Pacific pulls us in to roam its hidden alleyways, shift our perspectives, breathe history, taste the air, and savor every moment. Let yourself be moved.
And so we'll join you back here for the top of the second inning between Layritz and Sydney in District Little League. In the top of the first inning, Team Atlantic was retired in order. 3 up, 3 down. So leading things off, we'll have the cleanup hitter, Emerson Perry, will be fouled up by Rylan McKinnon and Ethan Seward, the 3 that will get at-bats here for Team Atlantic. And Perry playing second base this afternoon. And we are underway here in the top of the second. Back at the mound for his second consecutive inning, it's Rajko Filipovic. First pitch swinging for Perry, pops this one up to the outfield. And it will get down for a base hit. And perfectly located there from Emerson Perry, and it's a leadoff single. And now tying run now aboard first base for the Sooners. And here's Rylan McKinnon now to the plate. McKinnon will show bunt, reaches for it, and will spin it off the third base line for a foul ball. Rylan was our MVP in yesterday's game after he joined the ball game at the mound about halfway through, I'd say around the 4th inning. And oh man, did he have one heck of a ball game. Close things out for his team to take a big victory over Team Ontario. And while earned the MVP honors in doing so. Here's the 0-1 to McKinnon. Rylan will show bunt. This one fouled on the other side of the base path this time, just outside the first baseline, and we'll have a quick 0-2 down. And so we'll see if Rylan goes back to the bunt attempt here, as he's shown in the first 2 pitches. As well, now the infield knows that's probably what he's going to go for, and he could load up here, as the infield is probably a couple steps inside on the infield grass. There's the 0-2 pitch. And ball 1 the call. As Filipovic trying to precisely find that outside corner, won't get it. Here's the 1-2 pitch. McKinnon swings that one high up in the zone and will foul it off at the right field line. So he's loaded up here for the last 2 pitches after showing bunt the first 2 pitches. Just kind of switching things up. And with that last foul ball, we'll keep him at a pair of strikes, and still a chance for Filipovic. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And gets him going for strike 3. As Rylan McKinnon reaches across the plate but can't meet the breaking ball. Picture perfect curveball there from Filipovic. And there's 1 down. Ethan Seward, first pitch swinging. The play to first in time. As Mason and Beak able to make the play after that ball from Seward just perfectly rolls up to him. As Seward tried to ambush it and just didn't get too much on it. Not the location you would have wanted there on the barrel. And an easy play from Beach to his first baseman, Calibrick. And there's 2 down. Here's Adrian McLeod, the right fielder now, trying to keep the top of the inning alive. After we saw a leadoff single from Emerson Perry. And things looking promising for the Sooners. Back-to-back outs delivered from Layritz. Gives himself an opportunity to potentially send themselves back to the offense. And now Emerson Perry at second base as he was able to improve off that ground ball from Seward. So now finds himself in a scoring position. The 0-1 pitch. McLeod, chopper to the shortstop. The play to first in time. And that will end the top of the second inning. And the defensive masterclass from Layritz continues after Filipovic forces another ground ball out of this Team Atlantic offense. And you won't make that mistake many times there from the shortstop of Layritz. Number 14, Max Ash, makes another perfect play. That will do it for the top of the second inning. Runner left stranded will keep us at a 1-0 lead for Layritz. And when we return, it's the bottom of the second with the host team, Layritz, back on the offense, looking to extend their tally. You're watching the 2025 Little League Canadian Championships here in beautiful Victoria, BC.
Let's have some fun today.
Win or lose, always do your best.
Good job.
Here we go, kid.
Let's do this, girls. We got this.
Let's get the bats going. Find yours. Find yours. Get there, baby. Get there, kid. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, Gordon.
Little League on 3. 1, 2, 3. Little League. All right, girls, let's go get him. Come on.
We join you back here for the bottom of the second inning between Layritz and Team Atlantic. And leading things off for the host team, Layritz, it'll be number 3, Mason Beach. As the 0-1 pitch back for Riley Julian. Inside will get Beach in the back. And it'll be a leadoff walk for Layritz. And so a runner to work with now as that one just got away from Julian. He's got to be careful here. Especially, he's got to know the offensive output that Layritz has put up in the first 2 games. And, well, you can't afford to just walk batters against this team as they'll make you pay. And here's Luke Sykes now to the plate, the left fielder. And here's the 1-0 to Sykes. Will hold the swing and will get the call for ball 2. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And Sykes will show bunt, and the pitch down the middle won't commit to. And we'll see a strike. So Riley Julian still looking for his first out of the inning as we just got underway here in the bottom second. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that will get Sykes in the helmet. And he gets up and takes it like a champ as he'll wear it. As that was a fast velocity ball. And it got Sykes right in the back of the helmet. Lucky that he still was able to turn away from it. It wasn't even the back of the helmet. It looked like more of the side. But he looks A-okay. He's always scary when you see a ball go upstairs like that on a plater, but Sykes will get aboard, and it's back-to-back walks here from Riley Julian, and now he's got to be careful. And here's Lyndon Parhar with a chance here to potentially load up the bases if he finds himself a single. first pitch for Parhar will show bunt. And that one down in the dirt for ball 1. And key there that Rylan McKinnon got in front of it just to keep that one in his vicinity and not let runners go. The 1-0 to Parhar. Outside, ball 2. And McKinnon's make this. Riley Julian's got to be careful here. He's got Parhar up in the count 2-0, and he just walked the last 2 batters. Here's the pitch. And then it's ball 3. Down low and inside, and this count in full favor of Lyndon Parhar. And Julian's got to find a way here to get some strikes back in the count, or else this would result in the bases being loaded. The 3-0 pitch. And another walk there from Riley Julian. 3 consecutive, and the bases are loaded. And a massive opportunity for Harley Horseman, as he'll come up to the plate with the bases loaded, but a quick mound meeting as coach in the infield will want to come meet with Riley Julian to discuss how to go about this. Perfect situation here for Layritz. Could not ask for a better way to start the bottom of the second inning with the bases loaded. Just looking to extend their lead. And it looks like just a quick discussion for Riley Julian, or we'll see if that could potentially do it, and it won't. Julian will remain in the game. It's still very early on here for Riley to figure things out, but got a feeling that if Layritz is able to take advantage of this situation, as you do see in the background there in the bullpen, a Sooners pitcher warming up. We'll see if Riley Julian can work his way out of this jam he finds himself in. Horseman, a chance to really do some damage. First pitch to Horseman. Crack of the bat, ground ball. Play to second, look to turn a double play, to play to first. Not there in time. And Mason Beach will come around. And Layritz have a 2-0 lead. As it will be a ground ball for Harley Horseman. But that doesn't matter with no outs in the end. They can afford to take an out just to score a run. And so, pardon me, the double play will convert. There's the out at second and the out at first will be successful. So the double play will bring us to 2 down in the inning and a runner at third. And here's Logan Barnes, number 10, with a chance to make it 3-0 if he can find himself a base hit. Here's the 1-1 to Barnes. On the top of the bat, will foul that one off.
Here we go, Ken. Find the hole.
For a strike. And so Riley Julian's infield kind of cutting him some slack, was able to turn that double play and kind of force Layritz now to play some perfect baseball if they want to score a run, as they can't afford another out. The 1-2 pitch, this one smoked just off the left field line for a foul ball. Just a tad late on the slice there from Barnes. That could have definitely did some damage. The 1-2 pitch from Julian. Barnes pops this one up, and McKinnon will step up to it and make the grab, and there's out number 3. So run will not score as around came Luke Sykes. And a big pop-up there as Julian forces Barnes to get that barrel underneath the ball. And an easy play from Rylan McKinnon won't make that mistake. And so Layritz extend their lead as they find an extra run and make it 2-0. When we return, it's the top of the third inning. Team Atlantic back on the offense, still looking to get one in the tally. You're watching the 2025 Little League Canadian Championships here on the Home Team Network.
area moves in so many ways. The Pacific pulls us in to roam its hidden alleyways, shift our perspectives, breathe history, taste the air, and savor every moment. Let yourself be moved.
We'll join you back here for the top of the third inning after we've made our way swiftly through the first two innings. 2-0 lead for the host team, Layritz, who is looking to keep themselves perfect after they are 2-0 through their first three games and have a run differential of plus 17. Leading things off for Team Atlantic, who we know is a very resilient team after they were able to pull off the comeback win yesterday. 3-2 the final score against Team Ontario. They're a team that will go away at all, no matter how late in the game it is. And here leading things off is Bo McLean. The 0-1 to McLean. Up high from our starting pitcher who still remains in the ball game. Now for his third consecutive inning, it's number 30, Rajko Filipovic. Here's the 1-1 to McLean. And the breaking ball gets him swinging for strike two. And Filipovic now looking for a leadoff strikeout. The 1-2 pitch. And this one fired up the right field line for a base hit. And Bo McLean starts things off successfully for Team Atlantic with a leadoff single. And Will Fifield will now make his way to the plate. And this is the same exact situation that Sydney and District Little League started their top of the second inning off with a base hit and just weren't able to get him around. Bunt from Fifield in the infield. Toss down to first in time. So the sacrifice bunt successful as Bo McLean now finds himself in a scoring position at second base. But as for Fifield, he'll be sent back to the dugout and there's one down. As the third baseman was able to read that right away, and a big play there from Mason Beach, the second baseman, to cover for Calibrick, who did move his way into the infield at the first base bag. And here's Jake Muir now at the plate in an 0-1 count. And the breaking ball from Filipovic messes with Jake Muir's swing a tad bit, and there's strike two. And Filipovic up in the count. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Muir, tracking the bat, sends it to center field, and that will drop down into no man's land. And it's a base hit for Jake Muir. And runners now in the corners. And now this is a big opportunity for Team Atlantic. They have tying run now on first base. The run now would get them on the board at third. And here's Jeff Globe, the left fielder, to try and do some damage. And Filipovic now in a pressured situation. First pitch to Globe. Well, won't get the call as it just misses a tad high. We'll have ball one. Here's the 1-0 Globe. And we'll foul that one back as he's just a little bit low on the barrel there for strike one. And the crowd coming out here on this Friday afternoon to represent the host team And I'm sure the audience, especially on the weekend, will just grow and grow. As we'll get back underway here. And we'll have the 1-1 pitch to Jeff Globe. Takes a slice that one up high for strike 2. And Filipovic a chance here to find the strikeout. As this is day 4 of the round robin, and we'll have 3 more days after this of more round robin before we go into 2 days of semifinals and championship baseball. The 1-2 pitch. Globe will reach for it down low, get the play to second, get the out, and not able to potentially turn the double play. So it's an RBI single for Jeff Globe as Team Atlantic find their first run of the ball game. It's 2-1. And Globe really reached down low to get that, and you see Bo McLean, a quick glance at the shortstop, see what he's going to do. And when he realizes he's not going for home plate, he made his dash home, and they've cut the lead in half. And here's Carter McCulley as we hit the bottom of the order. And the first pitch for strike 1.
Play number 15, Carter McCulley.
So they do get the out at second to bring us 2 outs in the inning, and the only runner now on first base. And the 0-1 turns into 0-2 as strike 2 down the middle. And a chance for Filipovic to end the inning. And that is ball 1 on the outside as the catcher shifted to his right to throw a play with the location, and ball will be the call. The 1-2 pitch. McCulley on the end of the bat will foul it back, and we'll see a strike. We'll stay at 2 strikes. So a good battle here from McCulley as he understands he's up against it. Back to the 1-2 delivery. McCulley powers this one to right field, and the catch is made. As getting underneath of it was the Layritz right fielder, and he will end the top of the 3rd inning. So Team Atlantic get on the board as they find a run. It's now 2-1. And when we return, it's the bottom of the 3rd with Layritz, the host team, on the bats, looking to extend their lead when we come back. You're watching the 2025 Little League Canadian Championships here on the Home Team Network.
Victoria moves in so many ways. The Pacific pulls us in to roam its hidden alleyways, shift our perspectives, breathe history, taste the air, and savor every moment. Let yourself be moved.
Well, joining back here for the bottom of the 3rd inning, as we've already made our way through 2.5 innings. Been a pretty quick ball game here. And leading things off, how about somebody who hit a home run earlier in the tournament? I believe all the way back on game 1 for Layritz, who made quite the introduction, Sam Burns. And he will foul the first pitch back as he gets a piece of it. And so back at the mound for another inning of work here is number 14, Riley Julian, after he was able to work his way out of the bases loaded situation as his infield turned a double play. Here's the 0-1 to Burns. And that's skied over top of it. Look for maybe a bit of an off-speed pitch there from Riley Julian, but won't be able to locate it. And we'll have ball 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And this one in the dirt this time. So going opposite sides of the vertical ladder there for Julian. One up high, one down low, and we'll have a 2-1 count. Burns drives this one to left field as it skips past the shortstop of Team Atlantic, and it's a leadoff single for Sam Burns. As Ethan Seward wasn't able to handle the heat. And we'll have a runner on first base for Layritz to work with as we'll move on in the order to Rajko Filipovic as the two pitchers will go at it here. And strike one looking for Filipovic. As Layritz now dancing around the bottom of the order. Before we flip back up to the top, we'll have Filipovic and Evan Quast. The 0-1, this bunt attempt laid successfully down the first base line. It will die down, and Filipovic turns on the jets and able to beat any attempt of a throw. And picture-perfect location there from Rajko Filipovic. Just perfectly lays it down there, and look at this ball. It dies down in the infield grass so quickly and surprisingly, as Riley Julian wasn't ready for it. And so he will successfully advance Sam Burns now to a scoring position and has himself at first. Here's Evan Quast. He goes for a bunt. This one laid down the middle. Play to third for the fielder's choice in time. And so a smart play there from Team Atlantic to keep a runner off of third base after Sam Burns was trying to advance. They get the forced out as Quast also lays down the bunt. And look at that fast reaction time play there from Hunter Orkish from first base. First man to step up to it, and he makes the play happen. As we'll flip back to the top of the order to Cole Lamberton, who had a walk his last time up. And the first pitch will miss on the outside. We'll have a ball.
Number 11, Cole Lamberton.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that will paint the outside for strike one. The 1-1 from Julian's heavy swing there from Lamberton for a strike. And Julian has had 2 strikes against several batters through this order. Hasn't been able to finish off a loss. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And ball to the call after he barely misses his spot. And the umpire doesn't give it to him. So Lamberton will stay alive and will have the 2-2 pitch. Underneath it, lifts it to foul territory, and it will get out of catchable territory, and we'll stay at a 2-2. You can really see Julian taking his times during these pitches. Just making sure he's calm, cool, and collected. Can he do it here? Here's the 2-2 delivery. And that's ball 3 on the outside, and Lamberton has pushed this now to a full count. We've seen several full counts here this afternoon. Julian yet to finish one off. The payoff pitch. And it's ball for the call. And the bases are loaded for Layritz. As a great battle there from Cole Lamberton to find 3 consecutive balls in the count and win it 4-3. And here's Owen Crump, a chance with the bases loaded to do some damage. Crump 0 for 1 in the ballgame with a strikeout earlier. And if Layritz really want to extend their lead, this is their opportunity. First pitch on the outside for a ball. So Crump will reload and we'll have the 1-0 pitch. Crump with a drive. This one popped up in foul territory. And in foul territory move the first baseman. And I believe just misses the catch there as Orkish was looking for it. And we'll have the 1-1 count after the foul ball. The 1-1 from Julian. And blown up and away for ball 2. Last time Atlantic were in the situation, the infield was able to turn a double play, and if they were able to do something like that here, would do wonders. The 2-1 pitch. Crump on the end of the barrel will foul it back again, and we'll see strike 2. So Julian has another batter up against it here. We'll see if he can this time finish off Owen Crump. The 2-2 pitch. Crump drives it to the shortstop. The play to second. Won't be in time as it's bobbled around. And Owen Crump will get himself an RBI single as Ryko Filipovic comes around. And Layritz have themselves a 3-1 lead. And it was a perfect opportunity to potentially turn the double play. But the throw to second was very weak from Ethan Seward. And the catch from the second baseman couldn't be held. And the bases will remain loaded. And a new pitcher will come to the ballgame for the Sooners. So that will do it for Ryland McKinnon. Goes 2 1/3 innings. And we'll have Jake Muir will join the ball game. This is his second time this tournament at the mound, and he'll have a big pressure situation with the bases loaded. Just trying to keep this game nice and tight. Still at 3-1. Still no team having the dominant stranglehold on this game yet, but with the bases loaded for Layritz, they have an opportunity to gain themselves a pretty comfortable lead. And for Riley Julian, he did a great job of getting batters with 2 strikes against him. Just couldn't find it in him just to get that 3rd strike and get over the bump. And so Max Ash will have an opportunity here with the bases loaded and a new pitcher to the ball game. First pitch from Jake Muir on the inside for a ball. Ash 1 for 1 in the ball game with a single his first time up. And a chance to really do some damage for Layritz. And Jake Muir pretty excited to get it back and going as ump will wave him off saying, hey, gotta wait for me to call play. And we're back underway. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Ash. Ash with a drive. This one to left field. Moving back to the track. And it's back to the back ball fence. 1-1 comes around. Joining him is Paul Lamberton. And it's 2 RBIs for Max Ash. And Layritz make it 5-1. As that ball was cranked to left field. And around came runners. And here's E.V. Calibrick with 2 runners now on. And the breaking ball will get down in there for a strike. So Max Ash with an RBI double. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Bounce from the dirt, gets back. And you take a look at Owen Crump there over at first, and he will stay. Here's the 2-1 to Calibrick. And another one in the dirt for ball 3. And we'll have a 3-1 count. Jake Muir got to find the strike zone here, or else the bases would be loaded once more if we saw ball 4. And we will. E.V. Calibrick will get over to first base, and the bases are loaded for Austin Kane. This is the second time this inning alone where the bases have been loaded. Last time was just moments ago when Ash was able to clear base up with a 2-run drive. Kane 0 for 1 in the ball game with a pop up to the first baseman his last time up. This one popped up as well. Muir calls everybody off, and the sun in his eyes won't be able to make the catch, but that one will drop. And I believe, so that one popped up from Kane, but the catch wasn't to be had from Jake Muir. And so I think Austin Kane will be out. And we'll have Beach now at the plate. Beach with a drive. This one to left field. And the catch is made as the Atlantic left fielder able to get out underneath of it. And the bases will be left stranded to end the bottom of the third. And so that will do it after Beach got underneath of it. But just adjusting there, as able to get underneath of it was Jeff Globe to make the grab. That will do it as we get past the halfway point of this ball game. When we return to the top of the 4th inning with Team Atlantic back on the offense. They're now down by 4 runs. So we'll see if they can get that back in the tally as they try to get their way back into this ball game when we return. You're watching the 2025 Little League Canadian Championships here on the Home Team Network.
Victoria moves in so many ways. The Pacific pulls us in to roam its hidden alleyways, shift our perspectives, breathe history, taste the air, and savor every moment. Let yourself be moved.
We're joining back here in the top of the 4th inning between Layritz and Team Atlantic. Leading things off, we'll see the top of the order for Sydney and District Little League. Nathan McKinnon, who had a ground ball to third base his last time up. And back at the mound for another inning of work, number 30, Rajko Filipovic, who has pitched very phenomenally. The 1-1 delivery. McKinnon will hold the swing. They'll check the first baseman, and he won't go. So we'll have ball 2 for Nathan McKinnon. Here's the 2-1 pitch. McKinnon with a drive, ground ball. And the play to first in time. As the Layritz infield continues to stay strong, as Mason Beach able to make the play. And that is only 35 pitches through 3 1/3 innings for the starter, Rajko Filipovic. He's done such a good job at the mound, been so efficient. And here's Hunter Orkish down to the plate. And won't get the call on the first pitch, as that one was dancing around the outside corner. We'll see ball 1. Orkish 0 for 1 in the ball game with a pop up to the shortstop his last time up. And a heavy swing from Orkish, but a bit of an off-speed pitch there from Filipovic will allow him to foul that one off, and we'll see strike 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one drove and up the left field line, and we'll see a foul ball. And close there from Hunter Orkish after he almost turned one heavily down the foul pole. But he'll be forced to go back to the plate now with a pair of strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Orkish. And it's up high for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch. Orkish will chop this one off and in the foul territory as he'll stay at it with a pair of strikes. So good battle here from Hunter Orkish. Has found all 2 of his strikes with foul balls. As he's been able to find contact, just hasn't been able to find it fair. The 2-2 pitch. This one on the end of the bat, cracks it to the third baseman. Cross diamond, gotta be quick. Not there in time. Hunter Orkish turns on the jet, and he will be safe. As it was just a bit of a delayed play there by the third baseman. He just takes, I think, one too many steps there, trying to collect himself before he chucked the ball across. And Orkish will now be on first. And we'll have Riley Julian now at the plate, looking to advance runner to a scoring position. And a mound meeting will commence here between the infield. No coach needed, just going to discuss how to go about this. Here's the first pitch to Riley Julian. And it's quite... Julian 0 for 1 in the ball game when the ground ball in the third is last time up. It's the 0-1. Kicking ball that dips down to the catcher. Now we'll see a ball. A good take there from Julian. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And another off-speed there from Filipovic. To get Julian swinging, he'll foul this one back, and we'll have 2 strikes against him. So a chance for Rajko Filipovic to find a strikeout here. Will be the first one of the top of the 4th inning for himself. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one cracked down to right field. And it will be bobbled around the infield, and Riley Julian will be able to run it out. Orkish now to second in the scoring position. But this ball just not able to be handled by the 2 infielders, as chasing it was the first baseman, Evie Kalbrick, as well as the second baseman, Mason Beach, but neither of them able to make the grab. And here's Emerson Perry, as the Sooners try to create some sort of a rally here. Perry, a single earlier. And he'll knock this one foul for strike one.
Batting number 12, Emerson Perry.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one drove to center field. Popped up. Shortstop moves back onto the outfield grass and makes the grab. That's a nice heads up play there from Max Ash to backpedal onto the grass rapidly. And he was the first one to it as he calls out his outfield and makes the catch. And there's 2 down. So there's Rylan McKinnon. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout his last time up. And McKinnon now trying to keep the top of the 4th alive. The first pitch won't get the call on the outside. We'll see ball 1.
Now batting number 7, Rylan McKinnon.
Here's the 1-0 from Filipovic. McKinnon smacks this one down the first base line, and the play is made from E.V. Calabring to end the top of the 4th. And so 2 runners left stranded after the Sooners were trying to create some momentum, and Layritz denies it. This one a hard ground ball, but Calabring puts his body in front of it and able to make the play. So that will do it for the top of the 4th inning. When we return, it's the bottom 4th. Layritz back on the offense. Now up by 4 runs. Looking to extend that when we come back. You're watching the Home Team Network.
Let's have some fun today.
Win or lose, always do your best.
Good job.
Here we go, kid.
Let's do this, girls. We got this.
Let's get the bats going. Find yours. Find yours. Get there, baby. Get there, kid. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, Gordon.
Little League on 3. 1, 2, 3. Little League. All right, girls, let's go get him. Come on.
Bottom of the 4th inning as we join you back here in Victoria. Between the Battle of the Coastlines, I like to call it. As you have Team Atlantic rating from Sydney, Nova Scotia, taking on Layritz, the host team, but also just in Victoria. So the 2 furthest teams here from each other, distance-wise, going at it here.
Number 12, Emerson Perry.
And new pitcher coming into the ball game as well after Jake Muir went about 2/3 of an inning. It's Emerson Perry and will now make his debut at the rubber. And leading things off for Layritz, number 9, Luke Sykes. First pitch up the middle. The shortstop got to be quick. Play to first. Beat him. That's fast reaction time there from Ethan Seward, and he's able to make the play, and there's 1 down. As that ball took its time going to Seward, but he peppered that one over to his first baseman and is able to beat the sprinting Sykes. Here's Lyndon Parhar now at the plate. Had a walk earlier in the ballgame. And the first pitch up high for a ball.
Batting number 8, Lyndon Parhar.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. It's also blown up high for ball 2. The 2-0 to Parhar. And that one's down in the dirt. And now Emerson Perry has given a full lead to Parhar, 3-0 in the count. And now he's going to start his battle back. Or else we'd see Linden at first base and give a runner to work with for Layritz, who look to continue their offense. The 3-0 pitch from Perry. And we'll get the automatic strike as he just ensures that one finds the middle of the strike zone. The 3-1. Parhar with a drive. This one up the middle. And we'll get down to the shallow center field for a base hit. And so Linden and Parhar starting the party here in the bottom of the fourth for Layritz as they look to have another offensive inning. And we'll have Harley Horseman, who has an RBI in this game after a ground ball earlier. And now a runner to work with. First pitch to Horseman. That one gets away to the backstop. And runner Parhar will now advance himself into a scoring position at second base. Here's the 1-0 to Horseman. And we'll foul that one back for a strike. Here's the 1-1. Yeah, that's ball two. Just a tad high of the zone there from Emerson Perry. And we'll have a 2-1 count. The pitch. And Horseman wants that one back after a beautiful breaking ball there from Emerson Perry after it started high in the zone. Horseman realized a little bit too late that was breaking down low, and a late swing. We'll see strike two. The 2-2 pitch. And down and away for ball three. And a full count situation here for Emerson Perry. Here's the payoff to Horseman. Horseman drives this one to center field. This one caught by Nathan McKinnon for out number two. And just underneath of it there, not having to do much movement to make the grab. And 2 away. Here's Williamsport, who started at third base for later. It's now trying to keep the inning alive. And first pitch to Barnes for a ball.
Batting number 10, Logan Barnes.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Barnes ground ball to first. Play to first in time as they're able to beat Logan Barnes off a nice play by the second baseman of Team Atlantic. And they're able to retire the side with no runs allowed as they'll keep Parhar stranded at second base. And just barely beat him there. You can see on the replay as the throw to the second baseman by the second baseman to first, represented by Jeff Globe now at first. Make that Hunter Orkish at first was in time. That will do it for the bottom of the fourth. We enter the final pair of innings here in Victoria. When we come back, Atlantic still down by 4 runs, but looking to get their way back into this game. You're watching the Home Team Network.
Let's have some fun today.
Win or lose, always do your best.
Good job.
Here we go, kid.
Let's do this, girls. We got this.
Let's get the bats going. Find yours. Find yours. Get there, baby! Get there, kid! 1, 2, 3! Let's go, Gordon!
Little League on 3. 1, 2, 3, Little League. All right, girls, let's go get him. Come on.
We'll join you back here for the top of the 5th inning as we enter the final 2 innings here in Victoria for our midday game between Team Atlantic and the host team. Leading things off for Sydney and District Little League, number 10, Ethan Seward. And the first pitch on the outside, we'll get a piece of it for a strike. And Rajko Filipovic still at the mound here for his 5th consecutive inning. The 0-1 to Seward will watch it fly down the middle for strike 2. And a quick 0-2 count here. And a chance for a leadoff strikeout for Filipovic. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he can use the ball, and he will, as he tosses that one away for ball 1. Here's the 1-2 to Seward. And it's strike 3 looking on the inside for a leadoff strikeout for Rajko Filipovic, and there's 1 down. As Seward took it looking, a pitch that looked like it started on the inside and then broke back towards that inside corner and gets a piece of it, the call. And there's Adrian McLeod now at the plate. And the first pitch to McLeod for a ball, the call. As that one looks pretty much in the strike zone, but we'll go McLeod's way and we'll have a 1-0 count. And that one's up high. We'll see ball 2. So a 2-0 lead here for McLeod. And that one throw down in the dirt, and this count in full control now of McLeod, up 3-0. After Filipovic, a couple calls didn't go his way. And now has to battle back, or else a runner will get on here for the Sooners. And which in their case would be very, very nice right now. Trying to make a comeback in this game. Here's the 3-0 pitch. And that will be the automatic strike as Filipovic will get 1 back. The 3-1 pitch. This one cracked just off the first base line and will move us to a full count situation. We'll have a payoff pitch to Adrian McLeod. Delivery from Filipovic. And it's strike 3 looking on the outside. And they got him looking. And back-to-back strikeouts now from Rajko Filipovic. And there's 2 away. And there's Bo McLean, had a single earlier in the game. Trying to keep the top of the 5th alive now with 2 outs. And so McLean will take ball 1 on a pitch that was down in the dirt. The 1-0 pitch. Strike 1 down the middle. As McLean will take it looking, we'll have a 1-1 count. And make that strike 2. as Filipovic also plants that one down the middle and now has himself a 1-2 lead. A chance to end the top of the fifth and strike out the side. And McLean will stay alive as he fouls that one off the first base line. And so will remain at a 1-2 count, as Bo McLean trying to spark something in his lineup. The 1-2 pitch. And he'll stay alive as he gets a piece of it and fouls it back. Still at a 1-2 here. The pitch. And he went through. And Rajko Filipovic cleans up the side all by himself with 3 strikeouts. As you see, the finisher right here is way outside, but it tricks McLean as he tried to hold the swing, but he was pretty much through before it was way too late. That will end the top of the 5th inning when we return. Bottom 5 in Layritz up by 4 runs, looking to extend their lead as we enter the final inning and a half here in Victoria. You're watching the 2025 Little League Canadian Championships here on the Home Team Network.
Victoria moves in so many ways. The Pacific pulls us in to roam its hidden alleyways, shift our perspectives, breathe history, taste the air, and savor every moment. Let yourself be moved.
Number 5, Will Byfield.
Where we want to hit it. Between here, right? Front foot or belly button. This is the area, not out front. Let it come into our pitch, right? Let it go.
We'll join you back here for the bottom of the 5th inning between Layritz and Team Atlantic. New pitcher coming to the mound for Indian District Little League. Number 5 comes into relief. The 4th pitcher so far this afternoon for the Sooners. It's Will Byfield. And Sam Burns will have the honors of leading things off here as we are underway here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And the first pitch to Burns gets him swinging by the lefty Byfield, who will bring a new perspective into this ball game with his, well, as he pitches with the other arm. The 0-1 pitch. And that will get a piece of Burns after they kind of swept in there across the plate. And it's a leadoff walk for Sam Burns and Layritz. And here's Rajko Filipovic now. Still at the mound for his ball club. Has pitched 5 successful innings and will probably complete the game. This bunt attempt right down to the mound, throw to first. In, not there in time as he's off the base. The call. And Rajko Filipovic will get aboard first base. And Sam Burns now at second after the throw was in time, but the call was actually that Hunter Orkish dropped that ball on the infield dirt. And so 2 runners on for Evan Quast. That pitch to the backstop. Here goes runner down to third. And Sam Burns as well as Rajko Filipovic both advance a bag, now at third and second. And now a big-time situation here for Evan Quast, able to potentially cash in a pair of runs. The 1-0 pitch. Quast swinging up high for a strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Outside, ball 2. The 2-1 from Fifield. Quast drives it to center field. And the catch is made from Nathan McKinnon. And there's one down. But a run will come home as Cam Burns tags up and comes around. And Layritz extend their lead. It's now 6-1. As great heads up base running there from Burns, able to realize that that ball is caught. Let me tag up and let me explode. And he came on home. And now 5 runs the difference between Layritz and Team Atlantic. And we'll go back to the top of the order to Cole Lamberton, who has back-to-back walks in this ball game. And the first one up high for Lamberton. We'll see a ball.
Batting number 11, Cole Lamberton.
The 1-0 pitch. And another sweeper that just will miss away. And we'll see ball 2. And so Fifield joins the rubber. And he's been able to find a couple of outs, but gonna need something a little bit more here. That first that one up high for ball 3. And this count in full favor of Cole Lamberton. Gotta find the strike zone here. Here's the 3-0 pitch. And it's a 4-pitch walk for Lamberton. And make that 3 consecutive walks on the afternoon for Cole as he now finds himself aboard first base. And here's Owen Crump now at the plate with 2 runners on.
Number 4, Owen Crump.
Here's the 0-1 to Crump. And takes a swing at one on the breaking ball there from Fifield. He's got a good control on it. It's more like a sweeper, as it really has a lot of break from the inside to the outside. And now he's got Crump 0-2 down. That one, a skip off the catcher, and here goes runners to advance a base, and they both make it successful. Filipovic now to third, and Lamberton now to second. Now 2 runners in scoring position here for Layritz. And Crump, who is 1 for 2 on the afternoon with a single and an RBI, as well as a strikeout his first time up, with a chance to get himself even more RBIs, potentially 2 if he can really knock one home. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he will get a piece of it and stay alive. As Crump continues the battle, Fifield still looking for his first strikeout since joining the ball game. Still at a 1-2 pitch. And this a chopper right down the middle, and a foul ball will be called after that ball got a piece of Owen Crump. And we stay at a 1-2. Crump really making Fifield work for it, and we'll stay at a 1-2 pitch. Crump with a drive, and that will get down, and the catch is made by the right fielder of Team Atlantic. As fast reaction time there from Adrian McLeod, able to advance in the shallow right field rapidly. That's a nice catch there, and there's 2 away. And we'll have Max Ash, had a single earlier in the game. And so Ash with 2 runners in scoring position. We'll see that one on the outside for a ball. And we'll have a 1-2 count. Make that a 1-0 count. And Fifield now with 2 outs in the inning. Chance to end it potentially if you can find one more. And that's a quick 2-0 count here for Ash after he sees the first 2 pitches, both balls. Ash will hold the swing, but the umpire will say he went through. And he most likely probably did go through. It did look like his barrel was over the middle of the strike zone there. So have a 2-1 count through the first 3 pitches. Inside, ball 3. And Fifield got to be careful here. A 3-1 count. If we see one more ball go the way of Ash, this would load the bases up here for Layritz. The 3-1 pitch. And it's ball 4 on the outside, and the bases are loaded. And here's E.V. Calibrick, the cleanup hitter. Now with the bases loaded. A chance to almost put the game to bed if he could do some damage. As the lead is now 5, but a few runs more would really make the difference. Only 1 out needed for the Sooners to get out of it. And we'll have the first pitch after a quick meeting there with coach from Will Fifield. And the first pitch up high for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Outside, bounce off the catcher. And runner at third will not come home. Plays it safe rather than sorry, as Filipovic probably could have had enough room there to come on home, but he decides not to. And we'll have a quick 2-0 lead here for Calibrick. The 2-0 pitch. And ball 3 on the outside. And now Fifield got to throw something down the middle. Got to find the strike zone here in a 3-0 count. Here's the pitch. And he will get one back as it just pierces the outside. The 3-1. And it's ball 4 for E.V. Calibrick. And the bases loaded walk as around comes Rajko Filipovic for free. And it's 7-1 now for Layritz. And here's Austin Kane now to the plate. And still a chance with the bases loaded. And will hold the first swing there for a smart decision as he'll get a ball. And another lead here in the count for Kane. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that will be strike one, as Fifield likes to nibble around the corners of the strike zone. But he's just allowed a couple walks here. Here's the 2-1 pitch. This one drove down the third base line, and it's going to ride down the left field line. One run comes around. Max Ash joining him. And it's 2 RBIs in a single for Austin Kane. And the difference now 9-1 for Layritz. As a picture-perfect drive there from Austin Kane will get himself a couple of RBIs. And so now with 2 runners on, still with 2 outs here, as the Team Atlantic has been at 2 outs for a while now. Just gotta find it. Here's Mason Beach. And the first pitch on the outside for a ball. And if you're Fifield, he's been throwing a lot of balls here. Can't be afraid to throw something down the middle, maybe try to force out at least a ground ball. Especially with 2 runners on, you get a force play now at second and first. Beach pops this one up. And dropping down, and the catch is made. Make that unsuccessful. Around comes Calabrick, and he will score. As Evie Calabrick comes around and makes it double digits now for Layritz. After that ball, which I assumed was going to be caught, drops down for a fair ball. And Calabrick slides on in there, and it's 10-1. And a chance now for Layritz to win the ball game if they could drive home 1 more run, as it would be the 10-run mercy rule. And here's Luke Sykes, 0 for 1 on the afternoon with a ground ball to shortstop. And that first pitch swinging, drives this one to left field, and it will get down. And ladies and gentlemen, Layritz Little League, a perfect 3-0 through their first 3 games, as the 10-run mercy rule will come into effect. And that's the ball game. It's a walk-off single from Luke Sykes as he peppered that one to left field. And Layritz continue to be dominant here in the tournament, as they score a massive 6 runs here in the bottom of the 5th to walk it off. And that will do it. Team Atlantic dropped below 500, now 1-2 through their first 3 games. And for the host team, Layritz Little League, the only team in this tournament that didn't have to win a provincials, is at top of the standings, a perfect 3-0 through their first 3 games, as they've taken on Team Atlantic. They've taken down Team BC, as well as Team Prairies, and will continue their march in this tournament tomorrow, as I believe they'll play the evening ball game on a Saturday evening. We'll have MVPs before we wrap up here in Victoria. We'll have one more game today as well. A 5:30 local time first pitch between Team BC and Team Ontario. And so we'll have MVPs. We'll see Layritz tomorrow. And they will play the afternoon game, so the 2 o'clock start, pardon me. They'll play Team Quebec. And for Team Atlantic, they'll play the morning game, 10:30 local time start against the Prairies. And so quick discussion here between both these coaches about who it will be. For Layritz, you got to have someone, and your eye on someone like Rajko Filipovic, who pitched the entire game. And for Team Atlantic, the MVP is Bo McLean.
Great game, man. Congrats. Good luck to us.
Had a base hit. Just an overall great job from McLean. And we'll have the MVP now for Layritz.
Player of the game for Layritz was the starting pitcher, Rajko Filipovic.
And it's hard not to go with Rajko. And Rajko Filipovic, your MVP of today's game. A full 5 innings of work at the mound, only allowed 1 run, and at the bats had back-to-back singles. Almost pretty much near perfect ball game for Rajko Filipovic. Could not ask for much more. And so it's Bo McLean for Team Atlantic and Rajko Filipovic for the host team, Layritz. Ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for our midday game here in Victoria. Layritz Little League take down Team Atlantic and continue their march on in this tournament. 11-1, the final score. We'll have one more game today in about approximately 2 hours' time. First pitch between British Columbia, who is 2-1, who just suffered their first loss yesterday to this very Layritz team, takes on Team Ontario, who fell below 500 yesterday. Boyd dropping down to 500 later today. 5:30 local time, first pitch. One more time, this one ends 11-1 final score as Layritz Little League continue to be the only undefeated team here in the 2025 Little League Canadian Championships. Signing off, this has been Jacob Ewing. We'll see you in 2 hours' time for BC and Ontario. Thank you for watching.